The year is 2014, I'm 21 years old, and my favourite game at the time is Payday 2. It still is, now that I think about it. It's a couple of months before Payday 2's first annual Crime Fest is announced when fans are treated to a website. Overkill was being incredibly tight-lipped about this website, and that was driving fans crazy, but the general consensus was it's Payday related. At the time, fans were getting ready to see Pete Gold return as Hoxton since he was teased earlier in the year. The website looked like what you're seeing right now. A radiator, a door, and some light shining through a window off-screen. Folks who logged onto the website every day were treated to a different audio file, mainly a news broadcast over the radio. Looking at this, it's easy to understand why people would think it's Payday related, since fans thought it looked like a police interrogation room. So imagine everyone's surprise when the reveal day arrives, and we're greeted to the sounds of a little girl being eaten alive, a man shooting himself in the head, and The Walking Dead splashes across our screens. Some fans were excited, some fans were confused, and some fans were disappointed that we waited all this time to get something that wasn't Payday related. But at least we got Lucille. Yay! Fast forward to 2018, and after being in development for 4 years, despite being told it would be released in 2016, Overkill has finally released The Walking Dead on PC. But the question I'm getting asked from friends and other folk is, how is it? Let's take a look. Okay, to start off this review, let's get all the nitty-gritty technical stuff out of the way with first. Let's go to the settings. This is all pre-recorded footage, by the way, so let me just find the settings. There they are. So, gameplay-wise, hold to sprint, crouch to toggle, yeah, bog standard stuff, can't argue with that. Pretty normal, not much to say really. Mouse sensitivity, zoom sensitivity, I don't really know what you want me to say, it's what you'd expect. Video, borderless windowed, uncapped frame rate, field of view, all good stuff. You know, that's what people like to see. Graphics quality, mine's set to Ultra because I'm running on a GTX 1080, so it can handle the extra textures and all that. Audio, again, not much to say. It's just all what you'd expect. Controls, again, WSAD. It's a typical first-person shooter. What I will say is a bit weird, calling out an enemy as V. Back in Payday, it was F, and flashlight is T. I would have put text chat as T. Skybound Insider, I'm not sure what that is. Tutorial. Now, I'm going to play the tutorial, okay? Because here's where things get a bit weird. I don't even know why Overkill would put the tutorial in the settings. It's mind-blowing. I mean, if I remember correctly, Overkill didn't put a tutorial in Payday 2 until about 3 years down the line. Their version of a tutorial was to go into your safe house and just click a few buttons and say, oh, this is a safe, drill it open. Key cards can be used to open doors. There was no actual tutorial. And again, this is the exact same thing. This isn't telling me anything, this is just weapons. You have a character who has a weapon. Go and kill zombies. This isn't a tutorial. This is just an informative video. Okay, now that that's all out of the way with, let's move on to the UI, because this is very confusing. Here's your characters. Each character represents a certain role. I find that to be a bit restrictive, shall we say? It's okay, but say, for example, I wanted to play as Aiden, but I don't want to be the role of a tank. I liked that in Payday. You didn't need to play as a certain character in order to make whatever play style you thought was best. I liked having that freedom. Survivors. Who are these people? You know? I'm assuming they're people that will be hanging around your camp, and you'll be sending them out on missions. This is all assumption. Workstations. Here, I'm assuming, again, that you have to assign survivors to work in these workstations. Additional bonuses for support survivors. I don't know if this means like the more people you have assigned to a workstation, the greater chance you have of these bonuses taking effect. Again, I've said assumption 3 times now, but that it is what it is. It's not very informative. Level 1 tank, level 1 scout, so these guys obviously mirror the roles of the main characters. So obviously you put the scout in with the range, was it? I can't remember. Upgradable camp pretty much mirrors the upgradable safe house from Payday 2. It requires resources to upgrade. You'll see in a minute I'm going to upgrade the clinic. Resources can be found at the top of the screen there, the 92, 27 and 57, but I'm assuming it's like spare parts, tools and food that you need to find. You'll probably find them as you play the game. So this one requires 20 spare parts and 10 tools. It also unlocks things like, here it's saying here, upgrade support characters and health tree and all this. Again, I'm not seeing an incentive. I'll do it, but I'm not seeing an incentive. Stamina core tree for depot. I don't like how actually upgrading characters is tied to upgrading the camp. I would rather just upgrade the characters and upgrade the camp on the side. I don't like how it's all tied together. That just seems very grindy. I could understand it needs the replayability, much like what Payday 2 did. But, again, I'm comparing this to Payday 2 quite a bit, and I really shouldn't because it's Walking Dead, but since Payday 2 is pretty much Overkill's flagship game, there isn't much to compare it to. UI itself is just confusing on the menu. I'm going to be showing you the gameplay in a minute, and you'll have a look at the AI. Not the AI, sorry, the UI. Can't believe I said that. You're going to be looking at the UI, so like the heads-up display and all that kind of stuff. I'm just waffling on now. Let's just get to it. So here's the in-game HUD. You've got your teammates' health at the top left. You've got your health on the bottom left. You've got the level objectives at the top right. It's fairly simple, I suppose. I'm not quite sure what that I is next to my health. Q and E, I'm assuming they're going to be like... That looks like a bandage. So you'll be able to bandage up wounds. And Q looks like a smoke bomb? I think that's what the tutorial said earlier as well. Heather has a smoke bomb, so that can be used to, you know, hide, I think. Whatever use a smoke bomb is against zombies. I'm assuming that'll be probably more towards the human AI, which I'll look at in a bit as well. Yeah, this is the problem I have with public lobbies, though. This is the same problem I had with public lobbies in Payday 2. You're playing with folks who either don't know what they're doing, or they know what they're doing, and they're going ahead and doing everything for you, so you don't know what's happening. This is the first level you'll be playing, by the way. In fact, let's talk about the gameplay, shall we? Let's show you some actual gameplay footage of me killing the zombies. Right, on to the gameplay. It's pretty solid. It's your bog standard FPS. I'm playing this on PC, so again, WSAD to move, left mouse button to shoot. The console version, I checked, that's going to be coming out on the 5th of February 2019. And given Overkill's track record with consoles, I'll let you judge for yourself. So yeah, shooting, it's not bad. You know, it's pretty decent. I think what's impressive is the melee. What you're seeing here, this happens, a walker grabs you, you stab them in the head. That happens more times than I'd like. But yeah, going back to the melee is really good. Better than Payday's. I know I said I was trying not to compare this to Payday, but seriously, this game got the melee down to a T. It actually feels like your weapons have some weight to them. Again, this has just happened, stab them in the head. It gets old really quick, and it gets annoying even quicker. Literally not even 10 seconds. Get used to that. In terms of crafting as well, I like that there's a crafting system, but I'm not really that bothered about it. Zombies. They're acting like zombies. Oh, here we go. I just fall over. Yep. What I just said, they act like zombies. They crowd around you. They overwhelm you. It is what it is. I think the zombie AI is alright. I have seen a few horror stories. I've seen the bugs. I didn't really run into any on this playthrough, so there's not really much I can show you. But like I said, pretty bog standards. I'll show you what the human AI looks like. So here's the human AI. They just run in, group together. I don't know if Overkill are trying to make it so it's like survival instinct grouped together. There's a bit of screen lag there.
The family is stealing from us.
Yeah, the AI in Overkill games haven't been impressive over the years. They've gotten a little bit better, but not impressive. They're just bullet sponges, really. They're acting like the police from Payday 2. They just run in and you kill them. I played this on my own, so that's why I died here. But yeah, you can tell this is definitely a game designed to be played with friends and not on your own. I don't really think there's much more I can say, so we might as well just wrap this up then.
Stop them before they steal our supplies.
Now this is the part where I give my thoughts and opinions on the game. If you've made it this far and you don't really care what I have to say because I'm just a silly British guy on the internet, then thanks for watching. I hope you found this review somewhat informative, but here's what I think of it. By all accounts, Overkill's The Walking Dead was hyped up to be the next big 4-player co-op shooter that could rival the likes of Left 4 Dead or Vermintide. It's a shame then that it couldn't live up to the hype, which seems to be a real problem with games these days. That said, it's not exactly a bad game. I think if you were to grab 3 friends and play it all together, you'd actually kill an hour or 2 before one of you turns around and says who wants to play something else. If anything, I was hoping Overkill would have taken everything that made Payday 2 great and put it into The Walking Dead. But they didn't. Instead, they made a game that was really disappointing and pretty much fell at the first hurdle, giving off a terrible first impression. However, I do think this game will get better over time. How much time? Nobody knows. They may update it like they did with Payday 2 and trickle in content over the course of the years. So, to wrap this all up, is the game good? That depends on your definition of good. If you're a really huge fan of The Walking Dead and not really that much of a gamer, then you may enjoy this game, even though it'll take you a while to wrap your head around the controls and everything. Is the game worth its asking price? No way. Simply put, you do not get £46.49p's worth of content here. Or $60 if you're in America, or €52 if you're in Europe. The fact they're charging this much is what shocked me the most, and while I know this isn't really Overkill's fault and more Starbreeze's, all I'll say is look what happened the last time you tried charging nearly £50 for a game that didn't have that much content. To sum the game up in a nutshell, Left 4 Dead 2 and Payday 2's adoptive child. Oh, and if this is what 4 years worth of development looks like Overkill, I'd recommend taking industry veterans off your website.